Alright, so in this video, I'm going to demonstrate or talk, not really talk, I'm going to show how race isn't really a real thing. Yeah, it's a real sociological thing, you know, it's a social construct. But I'm going to just show it visually with the indigenous phenotypes in different regions of the world. So I'm not going to talk about in this video things like, you know, how the study of genetic variation in Homo sapiens shows that there is more genetic variation within populations than between populations. You know, we've all heard that, or not, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us have heard that. I'm not going to talk about how, like, again, I'm not going to talk about the sociological description of race either. I'm not going to talk about how, like, in, you know, Spanish Empire, Mexico, you could move up a race, you know, in their terms, you know, you could go from an Indio to a mestizo, or you could go from a mestizo to like a criollo or whatever. You could move up races depending on certain things. I'm not going to talk about how being black is different in Brazil versus the United States versus Nigeria. Okay? I'm not going to talk about any of that type of stuff. I'm just going to show you the gradient that is human population, that is phenotypic variation amongst human beings. So let's get to it. Alright, so now we're just going to start the slideshow, and I might do some commentary along the way, but I'm going to put some instrumentals I made back in 2019 in the background because I don't want copyright. I would love to dance to disco or something doing this, but hey, you know. So let's start this off. So you can see that it's pretty smooth phenotypical transition out here. We're starting in Australia, now we're moving on to the Negrito people of Southeast Asia. No, we went to the Melanesia first. Then we go from the Negritos of Southeast Asia to, you know, the typical Southeast Asian appearance. But just, you know, pay attention to the map. You know, you can see these are all contiguous areas of the indigenous phenotypes. And on this, we'll take a lot of different routes. So you'll see the same phenotypes. Some phenotypes you'll see several different times. Other ones you might just see once. Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully my voice is heard. Hopefully the music ducks when I'm talking. You know, it's the first time that I've you know, made a video like this, so I had to learn quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to North Asia now. So from East Asia to North Asia, crossing the Bering Sea. Now we're gonna go all the way from North America to Central America to South America. And we're gonna come back up and go back over the Bering Sea. You know, just notice the gradient right here, the small phenotypical differences as we move on. this took a lot of time for me to prepare. You know, I had to edit all the images and reposition them so they all lined up. You see that nice fade effect where it's like it's morphing the face? That took many days, not many, that took many hours of editing the photos. And then obviously it took a very long time to map out these routes, you know, but I think it's a really cool video, so it was worth the time. You know, hopefully I'm not the only one who appreciates this out there. About to cross back into the Eastern Hemisphere. I think we're going across North Asia to Europe now. Transition, man. And there's a couple that go from Asia, from Central Asia as well. I think we just go back and forth here. If I remember the path, I don't know. Moving across Europe here. Mediterranean area. Where we go from here? I think we're going to South Asia. Yeah, we're going down to South Asia. Mediterranean, South Asia. We go back to, where did we go from here? To Melanesia, Australia. Yeah, down from South Asia to Australia. Not super contiguous, obviously. Probably one of the only, I think there's like a couple of them that are not super contiguous. I could have done a lot more non-contiguous stuff, like, but you know, you could connect like Southeast Asia to South America, California to like Hawaii or the Pacific Islands out there. Right there, South Asia to Southeast Asia. Hopefully this is recording good. My mouse just had that loading symbol. Hopefully there's no lag or anything. I got a small computer, man. I don't have a normal desktop. I got a little tiny box. Right, here's another one that's not super contiguous. Was to the Andamanese Islands from Melanesia. Pretty much in the same area, not really in the same area. But the Andamanese probably have the most, I want to say unique phenotype in the sense that like they're really not, there's not really any super contiguous connection to them. You know, again, Melanesia, kind of there. Across islands, across the water. I think the slideshow is like almost 40 minutes long. I don't know how long it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like 5 seconds per image, including the fade and fade out. So there's 446. I've never watched it fully through. Going through Central Asia, I think now, to East Europe. Yeah, something like that. Interestingly, a lot of the Central Asian phenotypes, the men and women look quite different in comparison to how like different they look for like other phenotypes, in my opinion. And hopefully the video setup's alright too. I didn't honestly think of the video setup when I was making the images. Like this was the image that's on the website. If I was to do it again, I would probably put the map beside the faces instead of below them, because it's not the best size for a video. But I wasn't trying to edit all those images again. Of the 446 images, many are like not unique because they're repetitions, but I think there's like 200 unique ones, I think, something like that I put in the slideshow. East Africa, baby. Keep spilling my juice, man. And for a lot of people, you'll get to see a lot of, you get to see how the world looks. The indigenous populations, a lot of people have never seen people who look like this before. In very, very south parts of Africa. It's just like a geography lesson, man. They should play this in like high schools, Get to learn about Melanesians. Amazing. Some of those photos that are double long, they were there for certain transitions, and I just didn't delete the extra photo to connect made links to other made links already to create a new link. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense. Makes sense to me, but just in case some people are like, why are some images long? That's why. We just came from North Africa to the Arabian Peninsula, I believe, down to South Asia, if I remember. Where are we off to next? Southeast Asia from South Asia. Yeah, another connection, That's the second connection you got from South Asia to Southeast Asia. So, I tried to make a lot of different connections here from different parts of the world, That's why you're seeing a lot of the same phenotypes, Back in Australia. Oh, that's it. Way shorter than I thought. Why did I get the math wrong? Guess it was just half as long as I expected. Alright, well, cool. I thought the video was going to be like 30 minutes long. Only like 20 minutes long. Perfect, Do I have anything else to say? Yes, I do. So, why, in certain, like for example, in the United States, why is there this idea that there are like these separate races of people? There's Asian, black, white, Indian, like East Indian, and of course Native American, and so on and so on and so on. Well, that's because, countries don't get equal immigration from the entire world. You get pockets throughout the world, so the people look more distinct, because the people that you're getting from East Asia in the United States, usually from China, Korea, maybe Japan, you don't get too much from Central Asia. So if you had equal immigration from the entire world, you'd probably see that spectrum a little better. So that's just some closing thoughts. Don't want to say too much more. Just want to leave this video at that nice slideshow. Actually, because we got so much time, we're going to do it in the reverse order now. So I've made the slideshow backwards, and I also just made it way quicker. So let's enjoy this. Because then you can see both orders, you know. You can see, you know, transition A to B and B to A. That probably would have been the best camera position, webcam position for the whole video. Nice and centered. Looks pretty damn aesthetic. Oh well. Melanesia. Central America. Is that the end? That's the end. Made it back. That's a loop, because notice how we start in the same phenotype as we end. So you just loop that forever and ever and ever and ever, ever. Okay. Now, bam, boom, we done. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty fun to work on. A lot of work. Well spent time.